Welcome to MegStories, where trust is shattered and secrets come to light. Explore the gripping world of cheating stories as we unravel the tangled web of deceit. Join us on a thought-provoking journey that delves into the consequences, emotions, and moral dilemmas surrounding betrayal. Get ready to be immersed in captivating narratives that will keep you on the edge of your seat. MegStories invites you to explore the dark side of human relationships and discover the untold stories of infidelity. I, 31 fee, kinda got ghosted by my husband, a 33. I'm in a really horrible situation and I have no idea what to do right now. I'm very new to Reddit and just needed advice, so sorry in advance for the format and the length. This is very long. I'm probably gonna get flamed for this, but while you're at it, at least give me advice on how to proceed. My husband and I have been together for 8 years and married for 6. We have a son together, 4, and have been in a very happy and fulfilling relationship until about 6 months ago. I started an affair with my ex from college that lasted about 4 months. I genuinely had no intentions of cheating and thought of it as just catching up with an old friend when he reached out to me. I don't even know why I did it or why I let it go on for so long. So yeah, it lasted for 4 months, and we were regularly having sex both at mine and my husband's home, my app's home, and hotels whenever his place was unavailable. And yes, he is married with 3 kids. During this time, I became increasingly distant from my husband, and he began to notice. He is a very smart man and knows whenever something isn't right. Well, one night he asked me flat out if I was cheating on him. I denied it, of course, but he didn't back down. He told me while looking into my eyes that he knew something was up, but that he was going to let this go because he had no proof. However, he said if he found out down the road that I had lied to him, we would be done, no questions asked. I took that threat very seriously and immediately ended it with the app. He reluctantly agreed to end it, and I devoted myself to being the best wife and mother I possibly could. I felt very guilty of how I had neglected my husband and started initiating intercourse more, doing things in bed I normally wouldn't do, helping more around the house and with our kid. My husband was very cold to me in the beginning, but things went back to normal after a while. One day, my app contacted me again via Facebook. I told him in no uncertain terms that we were done, but he said he wanted us to meet one last time. I foolishly agreed to this, and we decided to meet up at a hotel 2 hours from where I live. I wanted to experience this one last time before calling it quits for good. As you can guess already, this didn't go according to plan. After App and I were done with the deed, I received a short text from my husband that read, "I know who you are with, and what you are doing. We are done. Don't bother coming back home. I've transferred half of our savings into your checking account. Have a good life." I can't describe the wave of emotions I felt at that moment. I tried calling him and texting him, but he had me blocked on everything. He eventually unblocked my phone number but said it was only to deal with our son. Everything else was going to be through his lawyer. I've never been more depressed in my life than I was when this happened. I decided to go home the next day, but he wasn't there. Neither was our son. Whenever I texted him, he would only respond if I asked about my son. He sent me a text saying we would each have our son for a week and nothing else. I couldn't talk to his side of the family cause they all had me blocked, and my family was very disappointed in me. My best friend is the only person I could talk to. I had literally no contact with my husband for a whole week, and when I did it was to inform me that his brother would be bringing our son over to me for my week of custody. This was the most painful period of my life. How could he be so cruel and indifferent? Aren't we supposed to talk about things like this? I know I probably deserve it, but he never even gave me the chance to apologize or explain. The guilt I have and the way he is treating me are literally driving me insane. I feel like he never even loved me if he can be this emotionless. I'm not even asking him to take me back, just to talk, yell at me, anything. Doesn't he want some form of closure at least? This brings me to today. I got served divorce papers, and I literally can't believe he'd go this far without even having as much as a talk. Yes, I shouldn't have cheated, but I can't help but feel like his reaction is very childish. I haven't even read the papers or hired a lawyer. Things just can't end this way. I sent him a text telling him that I would contest this divorce even if it leaves us in financial ruin. So my question to all you strangers is, what should I do? I'm really lost right now and I can't even function. I can't believe my whole life is about to end and I'm not even being given the chance to fix it. Should I contact the police since I don't know where he is and he changed the locks to our house? Any advice will be appreciated. Tell dear, I cheated on my husband and now he won't talk to me and want a divorce. What do I do to win him back? Now for the next story. I stopped my husband from getting into a fight with App. We had a big argument last night. He had set up a meeting with App again, was talking about settling things with him. He was pacing up and down angrily, not wanting to speak to me. It was clear he was preparing for a physical altercation with App. I begged him to not do anything irrational and get into trouble with the law. He was mad at me and accused me of trying to protect my App, that he can't just keep trying to take what's his and not suffer any consequences. I told him that we have already given him what he deserves. I ignored him when he tried to reach out. He isn't worth our time, but he had pretty much cut himself off from any logic and just stormed out of the house. I had no choice but to involve one of his friends. I was very vague because I didn't know if he would like any of his friends to get involved. I just informed that my husband got into an argument with someone and is trying to start a physical fight. He was very confused as my husband isn't the sort of person to start fights. I gave him App's address. I had no idea what happened next as I kept calling, but neither of them picked up until late at night when they both returned home. His friend told me he found my husband before he could get into any fight, and they drank together the whole night. My husband told him everything about my affair and the App. Today, my husband has been cold towards me. He told me I had no right to involve any third party. I told him he left me with no option. I didn't want him getting into legal repercussions because of me and my stupid affair. He could have faced literal years of prison for physically assaulting another man. And knowing App, I know he would press charges even if it is at the cost of his affair coming out. I know I may have squandered my chances of successful reconciliation, but at the same time, I'm glad I was able to stop him from doing something so reckless. My husband holds firm on his belief that I did it to protect my App. I guess it's fair for him to assume that. I've been trying to convince him it's not true. I hope he doesn't leave because of this. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.